All right, we are going to talk about these Lenovo Thinkpad T14s and P14s, talk about some of the options and the differences. Really, it comes down to which would you choose and why, okay? So the T14 is more like the mainstream model line. This is for like the general consumers, the college students, the parents, the kids, the internet surfers, right? It's the people that are just doing like basic everyday tasks. It'll come with a couple different options as far as like your RAM and hard drive, things like that. Generally speaking, and there's gonna be exceptions, but generally, 8 gigs of RAM is plenty if all you're doing is like emails and social media and looking at pictures of your grandkids or whatever. 8 gigs of RAM, completely fine. You can bump that up to say 16 gigs of RAM if maybe you're doing something a little bit more task heavy. Maybe you're doing some light gaming, maybe you're doing photo editing or something like that, or you're trying to like put together your trip to Europe in a big presentation or something like that. You might want 16 gigs of RAM then. 32 gigs of RAM is really more when you're doing more like heavy editing, if you're gonna do like YouTube videos or something like that, or more heavy gaming. And as far as your hard drive goes, I mean, honestly, I usually stick with the smaller hard drives because you can get external hard drives for really stinking cheap. But if you want it, I would say like a 1 terabyte is pretty much good for the vast majority of people. You can get 2 if you want. Now, the ThinkPad P14s, very similar, but the P, it's gonna be for professional, okay? So this is more geared for the people who are doing like 3D rendering, who are doing CAD modeling, who are doing like architectural designs and large scale video editing, okay? If you know what I'm talking about, then P14 is probably what you're looking for. If you have no idea what any of those words just meant, you're probably not the target market for the P14s. Now, you can still go ahead and get the P14, because it's very future-proof. When you get a laptop that's like beyond what you need, I like to think of that as sort of future-proofing it, because instead of that laptop lasting you maybe 2 or 3 years, well, now that laptop's gonna last you 5, 6, 7, 8 years before it's sort of outdated. Because if you get the top of the line stuff now, well, in 7 years, top of the line now is gonna be like mid to lower tier in 8 years, if that sort of makes sense. So get whatever you need. I like this, it's a really nice size. It comes with that little all the 14 models, they have this little like the red finger pad right there in the middle. These are all, the 14 is, I believe, for 14 inches across. Actually, I've got a tape measure here. Let's just measure this, because I'm a little bit curious myself. All right, and we'll make sure we go to the inches side. And this is 12¼ inches across, and I'm measuring the screen, and 7¾ wide. Now, if I go diagonal, that's probably, yeah, diagonally, it is exactly 14 inches, right there to right there. So if you measure the diagonal, which is usually how screens are measured, that's where they're getting that 14 from. So yeah, really nice stuff. It's kind of a smaller, more compact keyboard. It does not come with the number pad over there on the side. The only numbers you get are right there at the top. I like that personally. I don't really use those number pads on the side ever. So I like that. It comes with a number of different ports here on the side. I really like that it charges via USB-C. That is the power port, and it's USB-C, which means this works with my phone chargers, this works with my tablet chargers, and my laptop charger will now also charge my tablet and also charge my phone, and everything is cross-compatible. So I really, really, really like that they use USB-Cs now. I felt like with my old laptops, that was always the thing that went first, was the power cord, or the power cord connector was always the part that broke on my other laptops. So the fact that it's all USB-C now, love it. So if you need a new laptop, check these out. Can't go wrong with a ThinkPad. I like these, the T and P14 series. It's a nice size for me. The battery lasts basically all day, so I don't have to worry about charging it or anything like that. You go to a coffee shop for 5 hours, you're good to go, even if you're doing like high-end rendering and video editing, stuff like that. So get yourself a laptop.